Me with my wife of 3 years. Our first baby's due date conflicts with a major presentation I have to give out of state. Tried to ask off, but boss really needs me there. My problem is that I have a huge work presentation scheduled during the week that my wife is due to give birth first week of August to our first child. And it will require me to be on the other side of the country for a couple of days. I initially tried to lobby for another time, but that week was the only one that worked for both sides. The chances are good that I won't miss the birth of my child, but there are no guarantees. The thing is, I really can't miss this presentation. The investors that my company is pitching to are mostly interested in a project I have been working on. And since I have done most of the work on it, there really isn't anyone that can replace me. I have to be there to explain the core concepts and answer their questions. On the other hand, I wouldn't be of much use in the delivery room. Plus, my mother-in-law could easily replace me without any loss. I badly want to be there for my wife and child, but I think I do them more good being away for this presentation than at the hospital. This is because I almost certainly will lose my job if I miss this presentation. Of course, my wife is absolutely furious. I honestly wish there was a stronger word than furious to describe how upset she is with me, which I completely understand, but there isn't much I can do. I have tried to explain the situation to her 1,000 different ways, but she won't hear it and has withdrawn her affection from me. Part of me is afraid of what will happen if I don't go, but I might be more afraid of what will happen if I do. I worry that my wife will never forgive me for missing our child's birth, which would absolutely tear me apart. Am I making a huge mistake, or am I doing the right thing for my family? I don't think there is a way for me to win either way. Edit. Just to be clear, my boss didn't actually tell me I would lose my job. He just told me I would regret it. I am just speculating that he would eventually fire me once he found an adequate replacement, which would probably take a few months. A lot of this is just speculation, but I am risk-averse. Some of you may ask why I can't just find another job. I probably could, but for reasons that I won't go into, I would be better off staying here. Teeter, I have a presentation at work that I can't miss, but there is a chance that I will miss the birth of my child by attending the meeting. Wife is understandably furious, but I likely will lose my job if I skip the meeting to be with her, just in case she goes into labor. Am I completely off base here? Update 1. 1 week later. So, first things first, I'm just careful not to make mistakes. So I'm not excited about that part of it, but I wasn't looking for a way out. I thought, and I still believe this, that I just wouldn't be very good support in the delivery room. There's a good chance I would throw up, especially if my wife defecates on herself, or if I am asked to cut the umbilical cord. These are all things that I was considering because I didn't want to become a distraction in the delivery room. As for how the situation resolved itself, I am happy to report that everything is going to be okay. I talked with my boss yesterday, and I was really assertive. I told him that I couldn't be away for that long with my wife's due date being that close, so we would have to find some sort of compromise. I suggested what some of you told me to do, which is tell him I could only come out for a day, and then I would immediately fly back. As for why I can't Skype, I really just need to be there in person. It would make everything a lot easier. After some hand-wringing, he agreed. Now the plan is for me to fly out the day before the presentation, and then fly back after I give the presentation. In all, I shouldn't be in California more than 28 hours, so I'll be back by my wife's due date, since it is several days later in the week. Before everyone gets upset, I already cleared it with my wife. I called her after I spoke with my boss and asked her if she was okay with it. She told me it was fine, and she's not one of those people that would say it if she wasn't really okay with it. I know that the whole incident upset her, so hopefully things will calm down around here soon. She seemed fine today, so I think everything will be okay now. Thanks to all of you that gave constructive advice. It helped me out a lot. TLDR. Talked with boss. He agreed to let me cut my trip short, and my wife gave me the okay to go. I'll be back in time for my baby's birth. All is well now. Final update. 1 month later. To those of you who told me not to go, you were right. I wish I would have listened. I flew out to California last Tuesday night. I was supposed to give the presentation on Wednesday and fly back Wednesday night, but that never happened. Early Wednesday morning I got a call from my mother-in-law that wife had gone into labor. By the time I caught a flight home, the baby had already been born. He's healthy, by the way. I made the wrong decision, and I know it'll take time for my wife to get over this. If anyone else is in a similar position, please don't repeat my mistake. Be there for your wife and child, and don't assume your first baby will be late or on time. TLDR. Should have listened, missed birth. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.